Yep. But let's get started with this main card predictions. The first fight on the card is a light heavyweight matchup between Anthony Lionheart Smith going up against Jimmy Crute. What do you think about this fight?
Yeah, and this is a great matchup between a young and upcoming fighter in Jimmy Crute versus an established former title challenger in Smith. Crute's coming in with 12-1 and riding a two-fight streak and can get it done fast with all but one of his UFC wins ending in the first round. Now with Smith, since the John Jones fight, he's been 2-2 in his last four fights and is looking to piece together his own win streak. With this fight, I see Crute trying to get this fight done like he has previously, get it done in the first round, push the pace, keep Anthony Smith on his heels, and both of these guys have the power in their hands, and they can also really knock you down, get you down on the ground, and control the ground. But Anthony Smith is a little more advanced on the ground. I can see this fight ending two ways. I can see the first being Crute get this done quick, in and out, and the second he goes into deep water and he has to see how he can fight an established vet. All in all, I'm going with Jimmy Crute by first round KO. I think this is going to be just like most of his resume. I believe that Smith likes to take his time in the first round and plan his attack, and with Crute being more aggressive than most of the previous opponents for Smith, I think Smith is going to leave himself open and Crute's going to knock him out.
Yeah, one good thing in this matchup is Anthony Smith doesn't want to get put on his back. That's where he's weak. When he gets put on his back, he's not really good at defending himself. He's going to want to keep this up. He's going to want to keep it a striking matchup, even though Jimmy Crute has the advantage there. One thing that's going to be difficult for Anthony Smith to defend is the takedowns. He usually gives up the takedown very easy, which is a big thing for Jimmy Crute. Jimmy Crute has a wrestling background. He does the takedown very well. So he's going to look to take the fight down to the ground and go for a ground and pound or submission. Like, as long as he can get the fight to the ground, Jimmy Crute has this in the bag. That's all he has to do is get to the ground. Well, if it keeps it standing, there's that one chance that Anthony Smith could finish him. Anthony Smith had a rough 2020. He got his teeth knocked out in their first fight by, I think it was Glover Teixeira. Then he came back in his second fight and then just got annihilated by Alexander Rakic. But then he redeemed himself against Devin Clark, which was a lesser opponent. So it remains to be seen what form of Anthony Smith that we know. He has a wrestling background, but he either uses it or he doesn't use it. This would be the time that he should use it. He should take down Crute and get him on his back instead of keeping himself at a disadvantage by not doing that. He's going to want to get Crute down instead of letting Crute get him down. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets who down first, because I feel like the fight's going to go to the ground at some point. It's just that whoever gets that first shot is going to have an extreme advantage in this matchup, and I think it's going to be Jimmy Crute. And I don't think he's going to finish him. I think this is going to be the first time he's going to go into deep waters, and I feel like he's going to manage it well, being a little bit younger. As you see, he's only 12-1 compared to Anthony Smith's 33-16, and he's the minus 195 advantage over the underdog of Anthony Smith, who's plus 165. I think this is going to be probably a unanimous decision by Jimmy Crute.
Okay. There's not a lot of tape on Jimmy Crute going in deep waters. He's only been to the third round once in the UFC, and that was against Paul Craig, who's a dangerous grappler as well. And he was able to submit Paul Craig, I believe, with a Kimura. Mm-hmm. But then you go back to Crute's fight against Misha Serkinov, where, again, first round exit, but on the other side of the win column for Jimmy Crute, where he got a Peruvian necktie tap out. So I'm curious to see the strategy for Anthony Smith. He usually starts very kind of feeling out, testing his range. But Crute's a bulldog, man. They call him the brute for a reason. He's head down, ready to smash you. I could see this going really quick, but Anthony Smith does have a tendency to drag on fights because of his defensiveness.
Yeah, and Anthony Smith, he's a tough guy. That's why they call him
Absolutely.
Lionheart, because he's a tough as nails. He takes whatever. Like he got 2 teeth knocked out of him, and he was still going. So, like he's definitely on the the edge side of his career, but he's going to still present a good challenge for Crute. I just think that Crute's going to be too much because of his speed and wrestling.
Yeah, this is really the big test for Jimmy Crute.
Yeah.
Anthony Smith, former title challenger, uh, perennial top 5. It's curious. It's a very curious matchup, and if this is a big win for Jimmy Crute wins this is a huge win, gets him up maybe closer to that title against John.
Yeah, because you got 2 or 3 guys that are moving up into the top 10, like prospect wise. You got
Yeah,
Jimmy Crute, you got Magomed Ankalev, and then you got the winner of Paul Craig and Jamal Hill. One of
yeah,
those two is going to move into the top 10. And you're going to have 3 guys within that 6 to 10 range that are fresh faces in the top 10. So it's going to present a great like coming of age of that division with John Jones out. Now you got Jan Hovic as champion. He's going to be fighting Glover Teixeira, a
yeah.
guy that knocked Anthony Smith's teeth out. They're going to be fighting around Labor Day weekend. So you're going to have some moving and shaking in that light heavyweight division, which I'm glad for because it's not going to be the same old faces and then just John Jones defending it whenever he's there, since now he's moving
Yeah.
up to heavyweight.
You also have Santos too. So Santos could be
Mm-hmm.
looking at the winner of this fight, a rematch with Anthony Smith, a new matchup with Jimmy Crute. So there's a lot, like you said, a lot of moving and shaking in the light heavyweight
Yeah.
division.
Yep.